Welcome to Keep Up News Channel. Erik Ten Hag had to be talked out of a tactical nightmare ahead of last season's FA Cup final in hours of internal debate led by Darren Fletcher. Erik Ten Hag was talked out of an ill-advised tactical strategy he insisted on deploying against Manchester City in the FA Cup final, according to a report. The Dutchman was sacked at Manchester United boss on Monday morning following 2.5 years in the job, with the side languishing in 14th in the Premier League and still without a win in Europe. Ten Hag looked certain to lose his job at the end of last season, as United ended the campaign in 8th, though the FA Cup final provided an opportunity for silverware. The subsequent shock win over their city rivals at Wembley prompted a groundswell of support for the Dutchman. Such was the feat and impressive approach against Pep Guardiola's side. But according to The Independent, Ten Hag had to be talked into the tactical plan, having initially wished to go toe-to-toe with the Premier League champions. The report claims that technical coach and former midfielder Darren Fletcher led hours-long debate against Ten Hag's desire, which eventually worked in persuading the Dutchman. Fletcher was appointed as United's first technical director in March 2021. He had previously been working in a coaching role under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. His role within the club was changed following the arrival of co-owners Ineos. The decision on which tactical approach to adopt was reportedly settled before the final in May, which proved crucial in preserving Ten Hag's job at the helm for a few more months. Goals from Alejandro Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo were enough to see Ten Hag clinch his second trophy as United boss in as many seasons. Ten Hag won many plaudits for the win over City, though the expectation was still that he would be dismissed in the summer. Responding to a question from Match of the Day host Gary Lineker on his future shortly after the final whistle, Ten Hag said, "The only thing I'm doing is preparing my team and developing my team, progressing my team and individual players. Because this is a project for me. When I came in, I can say it was a mess. Now we are better. We are by far not where we want to be." Following an end-of-season review, the club's co-owners Ineos decided to keep him in charge and triggered a 1-year extension in his contract. The club had spent weeks eyeing up prospective candidates, but ultimately concluded that Ten Hag was the best manager to take them forward. Sporting director Dan Ashworth praised the former Ajax manager, who he described as one of the most consistently successful coaches in European football. However, just 3 months later, after defeat by West Ham, their 4th in 9 Premier League matches, Ten Hag was informed of his United sacking. The 54-year-old was summoned to a meeting at the club's Carrington training base on Monday morning. His assistant Ruud van Nistelrooy has been put in temporary charge, but United swiftly opened talks with Ruben Amorim and Sporting over triggering the £8.5 million release clause in his contract in Portugal. Mail Sport has discovered that sacking Ten Hag is costing United around £15 million. They triggered a 1-year contract extension in the summer after deciding not to recruit a replacement. Ten Hag won plaudits early on for how he handled stars, asserting his authority with a stern approach towards Cristiano Ronaldo and Jadon Sancho. But pundits continually pointed out that United lacked a discernible plan, and they suffered some heavy defeats during Ten Hag's reign, be that 7-0 to Liverpool, 4-0 to Crystal Palace and Brentford, or the 3-0 defeat to Tottenham earlier this season, which could have been more. In a statement on the club website, United said, "Erik Ten Hag has left his role as Manchester United men's first-team manager." Erik was appointed in April 2022 and led the club to 2 domestic trophies, winning the Carabao Cup in 2023 and the FA Cup in 2024. "We are grateful to Erik for everything he has done during his time with us and wish him well for the future." Ruud van Nistelrooy will take charge of the team as interim head coach, supported by the current coaching team, whilst a permanent head coach is recruited. Elsewhere, reports suggest the 39-year-old could more than treble his current salary by completing a move to Old Trafford. Amorim earns around £2.1 million a year as Sporting boss, while his reported demands of a contract worth £7 million a year when negotiating with West Ham last summer indicate he will command far greater in Manchester. Source: Daily Mail, co.uk. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.